Hey friends, welcome back to She's At It Again. Okay, so the other day I saw something on Pinterest. Big mistake, I got sidetracked. But this gal was demonstrating these snacky things made with dates, and she used the phrase, "It tastes like a Snicker bar." Now, I don't know about y'all, but I hadn't had a Snicker bar in years. By choice, because I don't like the things I'm reading on the ingredients. But if something tastes like a Snicker bar and it's made with no processed sugar and not even any chocolate, I am all over it. But I didn't believe her. So I made a few of them. I made 6. Yeah, there's one left. I want to try to duplicate that and show y'all what it's like. I promise you, it tastes like a Snicker bar. I'm not even kidding. But they look like giant cockroaches. I know. It's bad. But these taste so good. They're so rich, though. I can only eat one for dessert. And my husband ate 2, and he regretted it, but probably not going to stop him from doing it again. So let's go in the kitchen. I'm going to show you what this consists of, and I'm going to try to duplicate it as best I can. It's so ridiculously simple. You just got to see it. So come on with me. All right, so we're over here at the stovetop. I just turned this burner on underneath this pan. It's not hot yet, obviously. I kind of did this backwards the other day because the so-called chocolate sauce I used on top of these was my chocolate milk mix made with carob, so it's carob milk mix that I made to take to London with me, but I had it in the refrigerator, and anyway, I started with that, so I didn't start from scratch the other day. It was something I had left over. So we're going to start out with a little bit of coconut oil, and all the purpose of this is to make it spreadable. Otherwise, it's like trying to spread Play-Doh. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. So, but what we're going to do at this point, this is my, okay, so this is the coconut oil I'm using right here. Just plain coconut oil. And this is the carob powder that I'm making. Remember, I said it didn't have chocolate in it, and there's not any chocolate, so this does not have caffeine in it. There's just a lot of benefits to carob. I think it's fabulous. It has the flavor of chocolate, but not the downside to chocolate that some people experience. So this is going to be the topping to our little snacky things. And I'm going to put, I don't really know what to start with because I didn't make it from scratch the other day. So, like I said, we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants here. We'll go with close to 2 tablespoons. I really don't think you can mess this part up as far as the taste, so don't worry about that. I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt in there, not much at all. Just a pinch. We'll have more on top of these. It's got that good sweet, salty taste that a Snicker bar does. It's just, this is just so weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is try to kind of bloom this carob with the coconut oil. I can see right now I'm probably going to need a little bit more coconut oil. And I'm going to put about as much honey as I have carob powder in there. So about 2 tablespoons. Now this is a nonstick pan, but this is a ceramic pan. This is not Teflon. I can't recommend Teflon. It's too sketchy. But if you have a well-seasoned skillet that's cast iron, something like that, you could make it in that too. It's because you're not going to heat this up super hot. It's just basically warming it up so it can be more of a liquid consistency. So basically you're just going to keep turning this over, kind of like you do dough when you're incorporating a little bit of liquid into a lot of flour. Just keep turning it over, turning it over, turning it over until it finally gets all incorporated. And at the beginning you're going, oh, there's not enough liquid in it. But we're just going to see. All we want this to do is absorb the liquid, which is the coconut oil and the honey, and be of a spreadable consistency. But we're going to store these in the refrigerator, and it's almost going to have a crunch to it. It's just, it is just so delightful. Now, if you have a peanut allergy, there's going to be peanut butter in this. I'll tell you ahead of time. Peanut butter in it and dry roasted peanuts. But if you have a peanut allergy, by all means, use almonds. If you have a nut allergy, I would say, you know what, it's almost worth giving it a shot. Try sunflower seeds and sunflower butter in this. Yeah, that's what I do. I have a friend who has a severe peanut allergy, so I would not offer these to her, of course. It would make her terribly sick at best, but I'm just of the mindset these are so good, I may try it with some almond butter and almonds because she doesn't have a problem with almonds. Okay, see how that went together? It's got a shine to it. Now you can always add more carob to it or more honey to it. I'm going to give this a little bit of a taste, just out of a good mixed up part of it, just to make sure it's as salty as I want it to be. Yeah, that's good. Tastes like a really nice chocolate. Okay, so we're just going to leave this over here. I have my burner turned down as low as it can possibly go. Isn't that crazy how it absorbed that carob powder when it really looked pretty dry a while ago? Again, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants just to try to recreate what I did the other night because they're so good. Okay, let's go over here to the island. Okay, next thing we're going to do is get out our dates. Now, these are just organic dates. I'm pretty sure your big box store sells whole dates. Is this not the most disgusting looking thing you've ever seen? I would never just go, oh, that looks yummy, I'll eat that. No, nope, that kind of looks like a rock. So figure out which side is the flattest, because these are going to sit down a little tray. I just have a little baking pan with some parchment on it because we're going to put these in the fridge. I needed something that was kind of shallow. We're going to cut it from end to end, but not all the way through. Just cut a little opening in it. Open it up, and you'll see a seed in there. See that seed? Just take it out. Set it aside. We're going to line some of these up. So this is just like a mass production here. Pop it open and take that seed out. I just can't even think of anything these look more like than a cockroach. I know I said that a while ago, but it's just so bizarre. Maybe if I say it enough, if I go to a party and I take these and I say that enough, nobody will want to eat them. And then guess what? I get to take them back home with me. That almost sounds like a good plan. There's the seed. We had never really been that familiar with dates or eating anything that had a date in it or anything until we went to Israel, and we were on a tour bus, and the guy, our tour guide, gave us a sample of dates because they grow them in Israel and they're fabulous. Okay, sometimes they'll have this little stem thing on the end, and that's just connected to the seed, so you can pull it out too. Anyway, so my husband decided that was one of the best things he had ever eaten. They're super sweet. I mean, when I say super sweet, it's like a concentrated blob of honey. They are incredibly sweet, but all natural fruit here. But these actually have, let's see, what's the calorie count on these? 110 calories per serving. That's about 2 dates. So 55 calories. They have a lot of fiber, well, a little bit of fiber, high in carbs, 30 grams of carbs, but there's nothing other than carbs. They're not really high in anything. So, quite harmless. But dates are just naturally sweet. But they had date palm trees, a lot of them in Israel, and they were just so beautiful. Of course, I didn't know anything about dates. We didn't grow up eating dates. So, I've heard of date palms, but I didn't know they actually grew on them. I was dumb. Okay, let's make 10 of these. I'm looking back to see if I made enough chocolate to go on top of 10 of them, but I think I did. I've had this container of dates. My friend Alicia gave that to me as a gift one time. She found it at the store and said, "Oh, I thought about you." And my first reaction was, I don't eat those, or my husband eats them. But I was like, I don't know why she got those for me. But it was really sweet. But I've had them in the pantry. And then the other day when I saw that recipe on there, I was like, oh, I know what I'm fixing to use. I was so excited. Okay, next thing we're going to do, I'm trying to scoot these in so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, this is Trader Joe's peanut butter. Now, this peanut butter is not only organic, but it doesn't have anything in it except for peanuts. Can you see that label? Just peanuts, and it's Valencia peanuts, which is really the best peanuts there are out there, from what I understand, as far as peanuts go. Oh shoot, I thought I didn't have to stir this up, but I do. This may take me a minute. When you buy organic peanut butter that doesn't have anything in it but peanuts, the oil separates from the solid part, and you got to stir it up. But when I opened it up, it was stuck to the lid, so I thought it was all stirred up for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe because I'm so excited to make these. And yes, when you buy organic peanut butter that doesn't have sugar in it, it's kind of hard to find. It's not right there in front of you like the other super sweet peanut butters are that have a lot of hydrogenated oils and stuff in them. But when you find this, you're going to think, well, this is not good and thick and spreadable. Yeah, I realize that, but you got to keep in mind too, the other companies that are just trying to sell a product that is not of great quality, they put ingredients in their peanut butter to make it of that perfect spreadable quality, and it's all consistent. But This isn't as consistent, but I'm telling you, once you start eating peanut butter without sugar in it, you'll wonder why you thought regular peanut butter wasn't sweetened. I was just talking to my neighbor yesterday, and he said, I didn't realize just plain peanut butter had sugar in it. I just looked at him like he was kidding, and he said, no, really, I didn't even know. And I said, you got to try the kind that doesn't have any sugar in it. It's so much better. It actually tastes like a peanut. So that's my commercial for peanut butter that doesn't have sugar in it. Okay, so all we're going to do at this point, now that I have it stirred up, sorry it took me so long, we're going to take the peanut butter and just put a little blob inside that date, just like that. Don't want to overfill it, but put enough in there to fill in that cavity. Then we're going to take these are just organic peanuts. These are dry roasted. And you're going to put these on top of it. Just to kind of cover up the wet part. So that's going to be your crunchy part of the Snicker bar. And I know it doesn't look like much yet. Okay, I'm going to fill the rest of these up. Maybe my husband will edit this and speed it up into fast motion so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, those are all filled. Okay, I would say I'm going to wash my hands, but I'm not going to wash my hands because I'm just going to get them covered with something else. So let's go over and cover these up. All right, I'm hoping you can see those. And our mixture is still spreadable, so I'm just going to take these one at a time. And try not to push the peanuts out. Get back in there. Of course, that didn't happen the other day when I was making them. Okay, I'm going to turn the burner off. I think it was cooled off just a tad the other day when I was making these. It was a little bit easier to stay on there. These aren't bad. Now, like I was saying earlier, the consistency of these once they go in the refrigerator, that carob topping will get kind of crispy, and the date will get very firm. And it tastes just like a little, those fun size Snicker bars. Or they call them fun size. I didn't think it was very fun to just tease me with 2 bites. I always thought the fun size were the giant ones. That was more fun for me. But I can see where these would be called fun size. What a mess. And if you have any of the chocolate left over, yeah, don't even worry about that. It'll just be something for your next batch. Just stick it in a jar or something and reheat it over low heat when you get ready to make more of them. I'm hoping I'm keeping that in the camera's view. Doesn't do me any good to try to do a video and then hide it from you. I know, Zoe. I know you want one. It's not going to happen, baby. Zoe's so sad she's not getting any. Okay, these are not the prettiest snacks, but I'm telling you, these are surprising, a pleasant surprise. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this off my hands, and then I'm going to put these in the refrigerator, and then once they firm up just a bit, they get cold and they firm up just a bit, I will come back and show you the result, which means I might be eating one then. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, I just realized something. I was just texting my sister once I finished that segment, and I was telling her about these, and I realized I forgot to sprinkle the salt on. So this is just the Himalayan pink salt, and you want to sprinkle it on the top. If these would have gotten firm already, I wouldn't be able to do this, but they're still a little bit soft. And you want to get a pretty good bit of salt on there. I mean, not just globs of it, but you want to get enough on there where it's the sweet and salty mixture, because there's a lot of sweet going on there. When you get a bite of a date, it's some powerful sweet. So you want to enhance that flavor with the salt. Okay, now I'm getting text. All right, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, we'll be back when these firm up. That tastes like a Snicker bar.